That's got to be something though. It's just popping up. You know, he's just
Yeah.
like, what the hell's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
early. He's supposed to be.
Yeah. Those ring doorbells, man. Those ring doorbells.
Oh, that's even worse because now you get to see it before it happens. You know, it's before you open it, it's surprise. Oh, and it
Yeah.
sets in, but now you're like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, come on. It is the season though, right? Like,
Yeah. It
family,
is.
friends, and everything else. Oh man, everyone is here so far. Good to see everybody. Happy holidays. You don't want to say anything to offend somebody, right? Ooh, gosh. I miss those days when you could just say that. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. And I didn't have to have some person like bust out some kind of like dissertation on me, like, It's
Yeah.
like, no, it's the spirit of the holiday. That's what we're doing. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
So I'll say it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. How are you doing, CC?
I'm doing pretty good on this Turkey's Eve. Pretty good.
Are you cooking? Or is somebody else cooking? Or are you boxing it? Getting the box and having it delivered and everybody sees it's easier. Dishes,
Yeah.
nobody's stressed out
Yeah.
about cooking.
Yeah.
You know, what are you
I
doing?
am doing some cooking. I'm doing a few sides. We're going over to my mother's house tomorrow, so I'm
Hmm.
taking some sides. I can cook though, believe it or not.
What do you cook? Specialty.
Um, wow, that's a great question. I stole my mother's baked macaroni and cheese recipe, and I teased her about
Ooh.
how I took it and perfected it. So she doesn't like the idea of that.
She's like,
Yeah, I got pretty right. She's not trying to hear that. Pretty good at it, but
mm,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd, and to me, like cooking is a lot of science. And if you understand the science of it, you can get pretty good. Get pretty
yeah.
good. So I like to cook. It's got to be a clean kitchen though. I don't like dealing with a mess. So if the kitchen's a mess before I get there, I'm done. I'm out.
Oh,
Everybody's got
so
to feed
like,
themselves at that point.
so you clean as you go, or is it just a?
Yeah, like it's got to be clean when I get there, and then I'll make sure it's clean when I leave. But if I show up and it's already a
Yeah,
mess, now you
yeah.
guys let me know when the kitchen's ready for me, and then then I'll
Mm-hmm.
be back.
The
Then I'll be back.
doctor's in. The doctor's in
That's
here.
right. I'll be
Mm.
back.
Oh, these things are already dying already. Yep, that's what I'm gonna put on my wish list if Ann wants it to get me.
Yeah.
Is some earphones that'll last longer than the intro to the show. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Thank you guys for coming in, hanging out. I know you guys
Longer
are
than the
probably
intro.
pre-prepping. It doesn't, man. It's 3 minutes in. I just charged it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, hello, everyone that's here. Appreciate you guys. I know you guys could be doing a lot of other things. Good thing shopping is online, right? Mm, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So we stalled a little bit to see if our plus one would be here, but this is the holidays, and so he's probably hanging out with his family, enjoying some family time right now. So we will start, and maybe he'll be here, and maybe he won't. So
Oh, you said enjoy.
yeah, he did.
He's optimistic. I said you said enjoy.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
if I
got
ever
it.
heard him use that phrase, but I'm
Yeah,
sure he's having a great time.
yeah. Just trying to
Sawyer's
be
there.
positive. He
Sawyer's there.
probably could have came on. He should have came on for him.
Sawyer would have loved that. He would
Mhm.
have loved that. MC
Uh,
might not have got his spot back. Sawyer wouldn't want to let it go.
yeah, he'd have been like the fourth man. Like we call him up when Sawyer couldn't show up, like on his like class time or something like that.
Right.
All right, well, let's make this official. All right, what is it? Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige, and welcome to another episode of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight to the world of collecting in a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. This is episode 139, and we are minus one, but CC will be able to carry the load. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Good,
Mr.
man.
Corey Christopher.
Good. You didn't mention if you do, so well, you just eating tomorrow, huh? You're not cooking?
I'm just sitting back and letting Nan take over.
You're in
I
good hands.
cooked. What did I cook? I cooked something the other day. I cook these light meals for myself. I don't cook anything, super complicated. She took one bite and she said, "She goes, where's the seasoning?" And I was like,
Yeah.
It's seasoned. I put stuff on it. No, it needs more
Yeah.
seasoning. I'm like, well, the pantry's right over there, and you can put as much as you want.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, I mean, like that's got to be pressure too for when you're cooking for a whole family. Everyone's got different tastes.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can
Yeah.
just taste something if it's just over seasoned.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So funny.
yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll be the Thanksgiving QC person for the day. So, yeah.
True story. Nobody get offended. But this summer I was at my brother's house and he was doing some with smash burgers. He bought one of those Blackstone things.
Mm-hmm.
He was so excited about doing these these smash burgers, and he had some kids over at the house. And this one little, no one get offended or anything. This one little white girl, she's about 12, right? She walks up to him. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm cooking." And she's like, "You season like a white guy." And I laughed so hard, and it got him so off guard. It was hilarious. And she's my new favorite little person, though. Any little 12-year-old girl that's bold enough to walk up and drop that line, she can hang out with me anytime. It's hilarious.
You know what that reminds me of is that, man, God bless his soul, man. That episode with Chadwick Boseman. He's on SNL and have you ever seen that?
Yeah, he's about the potato salad or something like that.
Yeah, keep your blind ass potato salad to yourself, Karen. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
I think I have it.
That's funny.
Everybody's cooking. So while you guys have this on, whether it's now or later, tonight's episode is thank you. Because everyone should be spending some time with family, catching up. Oh, look, Boba said he's sick of cooking already. Oh,
he was planning ahead. He was planning
ahead.
Yeah. He got his story straight a week ago. That's planning. I admire Boba for that.
Yeah.
I admire that. I should have planned something last week too.
Yeah. Like coughing. I can't breathe all over this food and shit.
Right.
Yeah. But it's a time to reflect and give thanks for the people that bring us joy. And of course, the things that we're going to be talking about is toys, right? Hey, Sailor for Ferris Bueller. Toys. So in this episode, what we'll do is we'll throw some random thoughts and ideas, some news and ramblings in there, and we'll try to offer some sage advice and, of course, save the toy world. That's what we do here, right?
Right.
Look at that. That's my table currently. No, it's not. Oh, real quick before we start, a little bit of show foreplay. Now, I think I mentioned this before. That's not right. Fire that guy. I think I mentioned this before, but on Instagram, I pulled some photos from some people. You're going to see your photos. Remember, this is the very first time that I'm doing this, so some of you guys are going to have some graphics overlaid over it. I tried to not butcher your photos too much. Nothing's doctored or anything like that, but I forgot to mention that some of this stuff should be in landscape because that's what Facebook wants for some reason. So sorry about chopping this stuff up. Sorry about the graphics, but at least you'll be able to see your photo and you'll be able to see that there's credit given to you, and it'll reach the, I don't know, 20 people that are watching. 12 people now. So happy. Yeah, see, everybody's good. Misgivings. I like that one. So I don't want to butcher people's names. So like I said, it'll be at the lower right corner there. If you see your photo, that's you. And if you do see these photos and you like them, go check out these people. Got great work. I went through and cyber stalked some of them, and some of them I already know. So very familiar with the work. So a little bit show foreplay. Thank you again, Paige. Really? Yeah. Well, it's giving thanks, so I guess so. So a little bit of show foreplay. The holiday season is upon us. So just a few little reminders for everybody. Remember, I've seen this in the group a little bit. I just thought I'd throw this out there. Shipping across the board is going to be taking a lot longer for everybody, okay? Especially when people are buying 4 ballpoint pens and wanting Amazon to deliver it the next day. It's going to take a little bit. So if you're not getting your stuff in a timely manner, just kind of remember, while you're eating and celebrating, there's some guy out there driving his truck pissed off wanting to throw your shit on your porch. So
Yeah.
just remember. And I've been doing this too because I've been selling a lot of stuff. It is the holidays, man. Just protect yourself. Take lots of pictures of the stuff that you're sending to people. That way they know what you sent. And there's a little bit more proof for you. I've been seeing a lot of people in the groups talk about that too, man. Somebody sent them the wrong stuff. They got ghosted on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to think what else. Watch out for porch pirates. Careful with that. I got cameras everywhere, so I'll see those guys when they try to do that shit. Do you have any helpful hints for the show?
You ever had any issues with anybody stealing your packages?
Oh yes, one person.
Yeah.
This was when I lived in a condo, and I ordered a Judge Dredd with Lawmaster. It was like the MDX one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember it said it got delivered, and it never did. Somebody just took it right off the porch.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fortunate. Knock on wood.
Oh, you have? You're lucky, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not fun, man. Because you got to go through the whole process, and I'd hate to be the guy on the other, or girl on the other end where it's like, yeah, dude, I sent that to you.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Oh, what else? Oh, yeah, really quick. I had a couple people message me about this, and then I've seen, like I said, most of this stuff is taken from the group, so we don't have to keep saying that. When stuff goes out, like I try to put out stuff like, hey, this is starting to ship. It means it's starting to ship. They don't ship all the orders at the same time. You ever see those posts from people like, I haven't got mine yet. I haven't got mine yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take all of the orders and ship them all at once.
Yeah.
So just kind of understand about that. They do it in little waves, and factors that contribute to that are, I'm trying to think, what is it?
They don't go by purchase order number either.
No, they don't. We debunked that one.
Yeah. You've had those people be like, I ordered in the first 5 minutes. How haven't I got mine yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I think it mainly depends on, this is what my assessment is. I think it depends on where it's being shipped from. So if you're on the West Coast, of course, you're going to get it faster than the East Coast guys, right? Same vice versa, right? Another thing is how far you live from the distribution center. We've had some West Coast people say, I got it the same day. Same with New York.
Yeah.
I know one big factor. I've tested this theory a bunch of times. How many you ordered? A lot of times it seems like they put the single ones out a lot quicker than the doubles and stuff like that. And then, of course, where you're at on the calendar. Like, we have Thanksgiving this week. Obviously, stuff's going to kind of go out a little bit slower. So
Kevin's a little busy this week.
Yeah. So
a little busy.
Yeah. So when you get charged, or you get those things, or you see those things, or you haven't got yours and somebody else has, then don't freak out. Everything will be okay. It'll arrive. I told myself to wait at least 5 seconds for each one, so they get some shine. And this is what I was talking about. Vaporized. Main talk audible. So we don't have a main topic tonight. Well, at least I couldn't, I have some in my head, but it was just, I was like, no, listen. So, but if you guys have something you want to talk about, just kind of save it till the end, and we'll do some like rapid fire questions or something at the end. Sound good? Good. Tonight's sponsor, we'll talk about that, is the good folks in the community on Instagram and Facebook that will be gracing us with their transition title cards pictures at the show. So that's what you're going to be seeing tonight. Again, you got this on the lower right. Yeah, this one was, I hated that this cut it off. There's a lot going on at the bottom. I need to figure out a better way to say that. There's in the foreground here, there's more stuff going on. But yeah, this is a shot. Some of these, they just got cut, and I tried to crop it the best way I could. But yeah, like I said, first time doing this, so maybe we'll make it like a landscape thing from now on. But ready to bust some news and notes?
Let's do it. Hasbro, they haven't had much going on lately.
No. But they had this. I'm letting everybody read it. But it turns out that they are pushing some stuff back.
Yeah.
I saw people say good things, bad things about this, but in an effort, to keep full transparency and keep collectors and customers informed, they send out this email, and then people are like,
Yeah.
"This is bullshit. Blame it on
Yeah.
the Empire team. It's my Christmas present."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Did
crazy
you see
because
any
they
of that?
pushed it back like less than a month. Oh yeah, I saw some of those comments and stuff, man. I saw it.
So what's your takeaway with this? Because we
I
talked
think
about
it's
this a lot.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You're talking about a matter of just a couple weeks
Mhm.
during the holidays. Like, if anything, they did you a favor. They did you a favor. And I was saying to one guy, like, if this was, they pushed it back to December 2024, okay, I can understand you may be complaining about that. But when they took the time to inform you of a delay that's 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, that's kind of what we all wanted, right?
Yeah, as far
Or
as
what
like
we
payment
said
and
we
stuff.
wanted, I should say.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. I don't mean to keep rehashing this stuff, but it's just to kind of show examples of it. Like
Yeah.
everybody says they want communication, this is what you get, and that's the outcome. Like, I mean, if you ask for improvement and in any form, if it's like baby steps or big giant leaps, I think you should try to focus on what the attempt was and not try to
Yeah.
pile on to it and make the situation worse, So
Yeah.
I mean, it's super confusing for companies to say, oh, we're supposed to give them information and this is what happens. But
Yeah. They throw it back in my face. I give them an email, they just throw it back in my face. Yeah.
yeah. For one, I'm glad I forgot about this. And this will help save a little bit of money, So it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
You got one of those for each hiss, don't you? So what do you have, about 12 of those coming? 12 fire teams, 12 hiss tanks?
No, dude. I think I trailed down at the end of this year. I think I only bought like one of these. And then what's the other one? The
Dreadnought Buzzer.
Oh yeah, I got one of them. I think I already got him from somebody else. Like, isn't he? Yeah, I got him already. So I don't know. I'm not worried about that one. They're good though. Glasses fall off, but
Yeah.
Oh, I had this up. It was 12 weeks for replacement, which is fine with me. It's understandable. Yeah, dude. They got a lot of stuff, man. They're probably sorting through right now. So when I can get on live with my hands on full at work.
I can only imagine what the warehouse looks like right about now.
Yeah, probably just massive loads of stuff, man. So, moving on. Yeah, there it is. Unexpected delays. It wasn't even delayed that much. Awesome.
No, not at all.
This one worked. See? Mafex? Yeah. Luke Skywalker. I'm gonna have to drop my prices $10 now. Is everybody getting the Star Wars license?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
I mean, geez, like I'm not complaining because it's variety, but this popped up, and this is all information that I got from paternia.com, his Instagram, or her, or them. So we got Luke. And I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about this? This is the first time you see this?
First time I seen it.
Yeah. Got the little there was somebody that came up with this. I know they're probably pissed off. Like, you took my time. I came up with that. Little too early. But yeah, Luke. I think it's good. It makes it good for interesting. Yeah. For competition. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Mezco's doing it, but it's giving me hope. I mean, if they're doing it. It's a lot of plastic.
If Mezco did it, which figure would you want to see him do first?
First?
Yeah.
Man, it's almost like you got to do two. But if I was stuck with one, Vader. I think you got to come out swinging. What about you?
Yeah. Vader's is got to be like the obvious choice, you would think.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see like Mezco's take on some other figures, like a Mezco Boba Fett. I think would be killer.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if they started off with the Mandalorian with the popular instead of focusing on more of the original trilogy, if they took the Mandalorian route and gave us a Mandalorian first,
Yeah.
that would be awesome, right? A Mezco Mandalorian and Grogu. I'd go with that one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them go with the new stuff.
As long as, from what I've seen, the armor was on top of the soft goods, I think we'd be good. People were killing this Flash thing. We'll talk about that later. But geez, like if they did that, like you had the armor pieces and over it. Maybe not. I wouldn't want overlays. You know what I mean? Maybe if they could do those pieces, they're small enough, right?
Yeah,
not to hinder their
and
articulation.
there's not like there's a lot of armor pieces. You know what I mean? It's I think it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
I got that third party one. They did a pretty nice job of it. If they can do it, I'm sure Mezco could knock it out the park. That Hunter figure I got is pretty darn good.
Do you think they buy that and go, okay, this is what we can do? Or anybody, like I know other companies do that. They got to like look at that stuff and go, oh, this is how they engineered this. Okay, we can't do this, but we can do something similar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody
and I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to sue you because they don't have a license and they did a figure. What are you going to do? You can't sue the company that has the license to make the figure.
It's almost like turnabout is fair play. It's like, don't worry about it. You're going to steal from us anyway. So
yeah, absolutely.
What is it? The Agent Gomez that somebody did? Like, I'm the White Skull agent. I want to see start with the Mando line. Yeah, it's so hard because remember that's your introductory figure. So you got to come out swinging. I'd love to see them do something like I would be worried about like Chewie because I don't know if they've got that down yet. Like people would probably say, "Oh, this is all plastic," just like some of the other figures.
Unless they flocked it.
Yeah, if they had long hair flocking.
Yeah.
See how that would work. That would look cool, man. I like Darth Maul. That would be good. Boba Fett, yeah, Boba Fett. Got Sith Lord Gomez coming next year. Yeah, man, that's gonna. Yeah, I think that's a testing ground for them to kind of see where they're at with it and where the fan base is to see if they'll do it. And then next, riddle me this, Batman. I saw this and I go, damn it! I still want to wait. I'm patient. I want to wait for one for. I don't know if this would fit in there with Mezco anyway, but
who is this?
This is the Riddler. This is Mafex Riddler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks cool. You know what? After looking at this, you know what I've kind of like determined, and the Flash thing, I've gotten kind of spoiled with joints. I'm used to not seeing them, so when I see them now, it's really eye catching for me.
Yeah.
And this is cool, but the only thing I could think of was like, wow, Mezco can do this. It'd be cool to see them do it. Look, all these parts are already there. You already have suited figures, right? You already have this.
They've got to have a Golden Age Riddler lined up, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
He seemed like such a logical choice to do a Golden Age Riddler.
Yeah, this. Yeah, that's why I said I'll hold off. I saw this and I go, it looks cool, but I think I'll wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be an easy one for them to do really quick. You could do two versions too. You could do like one for, this current universe they're in, and then like you said, the Golden Age. I love the Golden Age stuff. 500. Can you imagine that? That would piss people off, man. What is this? This may be my first DC Mafex skip. Not really feeling it. Yeah. Hey, Rojo, what's up, man? What's up? So moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one was really cool. I really wish I would have got the top. Yeah. It's time for that Ulanzi smoke smoke machine.
Right.
This makes me want to get one. NECA. Now, I only dip my foot into the NECA pool every once in a while. More of a voyeur, I guess, but Didn't this come out already? Has this come out already and they're just re-putting it up? Or no?
I want they. I don't think they did rate April O'Neil in a single release in this outfit. Didn't they just do the? It was like the deluxe 4-pack or something like that. I don't think they've done her individually yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've done so much of the tune stuff. I don't know. I'm sure that accessory, the bondage thing, I think is pretty sure.
I'm glad you said it. I was like, when I was looking at this, I go, this is the April O'Neil bondage set. Hold on, let me fast forward. Yeah. Look at it. They got her blindfolded. They got this thing. They got some cuffs somewhere. I was like, geez, dude.
50 Shades of April.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, wow, cartoon aesthetic, man. Look at that. It looks good.
It's like a different face sculpt from the other one, too. I'd have to go back and look at that other release they had. I started collecting that line, and man, they were just coming out so hot and heavy. That's one of the things I tapped out. I was like, yeah. Distribution wasn't that great, so they were hard to find, and the secondary market prices is just crazy.
Yeah, they that's what happened with me. I just couldn't find stuff, and I just said, you know, I'm not gonna do.
Trying to catch this stuff at Target, it's almost impossible.
Oh yeah, like when you go in there, what is it, holothons and stuff like that?
Yeah.
These guys just like go over and they just completely do that stuff. It's like, but no, I'm glad. In hindsight, I am glad because they're just pumping stuff out.
They are.
This I know is new. This is was it available now? So this is the Ernie Reyes. What do we want to call it? Secret of the Ooze foot training, you know, and ooze foot. I remember I bought some of these and I was like pissed because I couldn't find more of them, and now they have more.
Yeah. Yeah, those foot soldiers were real hard to find at first.
Oh God, man, yeah. But is there any difference between this one and the other one, or not? Because it's a Secret of the Ooze, right? It's a different one than a.
You know, I don't know, Paige.
Yeah, neither do I. I just saw this and I was like, oh, this is cool. There wasn't much news this week. So if I don't sound excited about it, I thought about this just because of this, but I was like, maybe somebody will part it out.
Yeah.
You know. What did it say? The Kano sold out before I could purchase. I'm probably saying his name wrong. That's the Ultimate April. They did a previous release of her in a pack. Okay. He said, yeah, it was already released already. It's World Cup. Keep it going, keep it going, keep going. Oh, look at that. Wow, they just crank out stuff, man.
It's dad bod foot soldier. He's not fat. It's a dad bod.
Yeah. He just nice job, son.
Familiar?
Mm-hmm. I'm covering up. I should probably get like, there you go. When I saw the shot, I thought of like Leonardo DiCaprio. He was like, and that thing he goes.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get like I was like, what can I put this photo with this? I was reading too far into it. And then I go, oh yeah, it'll be pointing to Mezco. How about that? Yeah, there we go. All right, the one we've all been waiting for, Mezco. Before we start this, should I segue into another one? This had more to it too. I was kicking myself, but you know, I didn't want to like super compress it. But they had TVs and there was a guy up here. It was really cool. 70 points to that one. Not shipping yet. Before we get started on this, so because we're going to be talking about this in a little bit, Justice League. Justice League has some parts to it, and I thought they were going to be doing this earlier on. When they came out with the Batman versus Superman, they gave him the Parademon gun, and I know he takes it, you know, and he uses it. But I was sitting there thinking, I go, are they going to give us like a Parademon? That would be so cool. So here's my thought. This is just a thought. Hear me out, because it works for both sides. If Mezco did, I don't know if you could do Build-A-Figures, I can hear it
Oh
already.
man.
I knew it. I knew it as soon as I said it.
Oh man. Oh man.
Ching. So anyway, so if Mezco did Build-A-Figures, and this is where in my head I had it played that MC would bring in Indiana Jones and say, "What about like build an artifact or build a dioramas or something like that?" Right?
Yeah.
If Mezco did something like that, where they put a piece in there and it was a series of figures, not something that would take 2 or 3 years, just something that they know that would come out in the line, maybe
Mhm.
with Rumble Society. And was compatible. They do with compatible, accessories right now, but maybe something a little bit more. Just something that forces you to spend more money. Would you do it?
I think we all know the answer to that question, right? Like, I hopefully no ideas, but yeah, for sure. But that's the last thing I need is that kind of pressure. Less, I can just see me now trying to buy Mezco waves so I can complete something. Oh
Yeah,
man, that would be something. That would be something.
yeah, yeah. This is a great mini set. No,
Yeah,
I get it because it would suck because if you don't, depending on what subline you went into, if you're not into that line, but there was something that you wanted from it, like let's say it was like a Doc Knock car. I'm just saying, if you if they had Rumble Society and they had Doc Knock and maybe a series of Doc Knock sub characters, but they had pieces of a car or something, just something. People would be like, see,
think they would ever do dioramas?
they have they've done it a few times. They did it with Gordon. They did it with excuse me, Hazard Squad Commander. I keep saying like I thought that all the Hazard Squad members, I thought they were gonna put them in that same shoebox,
Yeah,
and they were gonna have each one of them would have their own little section of the Hazard Squad, the command. And then what you would do is you would put all of them together. It would make this big ass command center. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but
yeah,
we've only got two, but you know what I mean?
yeah. Frankenstein had a dial, right?
Yes, he had the polystone thing, the doorway.
Yeah,
So they've had it, but and Gordon had the rooftop.
yeah,
It would just be kind of cool to, they seem like they're dipping their toe into it a little bit with because they have, Scooby has that big plastic thing. That's not really a cardboard one, but they have other things like when Doc
yeah,
Nocturnal comes out, the 5 points, he's gonna have that big layer. It's pretty big, man. And then
yeah.
they have these the monsters box set that has a huge ass castle. I mean, they could do it. That might be a cheap alternative for them too. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
People like them,
for sure,
dioramas. So,
for sure.
what is it? That makes sense to me. And he said, Indy's coming with the stone. Yeah,
That is true.
yeah. I don't have time to be waiting on all the parts to come out. It's bad enough it takes to get the figures when he's on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it was just kind of, yeah, they came with the, yep, good one. Program said, the mutant leader. I remember they came out with that. The pit. It comes with the pit, and the pink skulls had the stage. Yep, yes, sir. I didn't want to seem like a know-it-all. I missed so many Mezco because of the schedule. I'm scared I wouldn't complete the way. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's like, would people be down? It's more of like a completist thing. Like, you just have like an extra bonus or something. I really love that Dark Knight phase. Yeah. He's talking to him, not me. So someone said you're doing it. All right, well. So I just thought that was a little topic we could talk about. So shipping really quick. Just keep everyone up to date. I don't care. I like 5 points. So it's pretty much kaiju month right now.
Right?
Yep, that thing. Huge. Huge. So in case you didn't know, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974. That is shipping now. It's coming out in New York. Batman. This is a touchy subject, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh. Yeah, he's shipping right now. He's coming out of New York. So
Might have
let's
chosen the wrong
pause.
photo.
Yeah. No, that was intentional. I did that for a reason.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. But it is the show point. Because, we can, let's do this. Let's play a little quick game of spot the differences, right? So this came out. And a lot of the feedback in the community right now is like, this isn't what was solicited, right? See, it was intentional. I did it twice. And that's our segment. The Mezco cycle continues. See, because you know what I'm talking about, right? Pre-order goes up. Things we talk about. Like, what's the most obvious thing that sticks out to you about this right now? I'm pretty sure it's 90% of what everybody said.
Mm-hmm.
The wings,
It's the
right?
glider. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the glider. Totally agree. This picture is not going to really show it that well, but this one does a little bit. So when you look at this, there's parts right here. Is the arrow working? Yeah. So these parts right here, it's a little bit thinner. But also, one thing that I noticed, I didn't say anything, and I waited to see people if they would catch on this stuff. Nobody really did. But if you also look at it, and I think this is one of the reasons why it probably contributed to them switching up. If you look at this picture, the texture is completely different in the material that they showed at SDC and what we got for the final version, right? This is kind of like that cape, like leather cape kind of material that went with the Batman cape, that we usually get. So this is a theory. What I'm thinking is because not everybody has this in hand yet, but these wings, the way they work, and shout out to D Amazing for showing this. We're going to go back and forth with this. These wings, you see how they extend? There's these hinges, and what happens is these move, right? The fabric that they use for this is just like regular thin fabric. It looks like this, right? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why they switched to this and probably changed the whole design was because if you use that pleather material, for one, it would break down, and then two, it probably wouldn't stretch. When you'll see it when you get this in hand, this fabric has some give to it. And when you start going past a certain point, it starts stretching this out really bad. But the material that's used is flexible, so you can do it.
Mm.
So that's one of the things. That's the reason why. Now, let me see if anybody's saying, no, you're wrong page. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me see what Mezco's. I think what? Yeah, I did just helps the secondary market. Oh, okay, we're talking about that. Batman beats out the best in people. Yeah, he does. It's such a hard thing to do. So about that glider. Yeah, we're talking about the glider. So yeah, so that's the reason why I thought that is. Does that make sense, or is that just a crazy theory? What do you think?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Certainly makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why they call them promo pics for a reason, right?
It says prototype image, and I know a lot of people don't like that, and that's a great segue because what happens is I think I understand people basing things off of pre-order images because that's what you're buying. If I'm investing my money, whether it's an NRD or a pre-order, it's free. You're still looking at and you're gauging your decision on that. Totally understand that. But it also works in the opposite way too, because we've gotten stuff where the product description will say, hey, it's only going to be this many points of articulation, or you're only going to get this and this. And then we've gotten better figures out of it too. There never seems to be any conversation about that.
Right.
So when you're looking at this, this was another thing that somebody talked about was the boots. I think I threw a picture in here. The boots are accurate to the comic. I don't know why. I get the aesthetic piece of it, but if you also look at that, there's a bunch of other stuff that they did to this that actually changed and is better. Because look, the boot, probably debatable. Probably somebody say they would rather have this kind of boot because of the cuff. But also, if you look at this, they changed the chain out. That's completely different now. This is what the boots used to look like. You know, I'll probably go for that. That looks pretty cool. But I get what they did. They want to go with the comic. Another thing that was different, the symbol, I seen this in hand, and that's the reason I'm telling you this. The symbol is a little bit bigger, and they also, on the promo image, there weren't any buttons before. You can look at all the promo images. So they added buttons. The cape chain is different. And like I said, there's certain things that they added to this that actually make it look better aesthetically. But I don't think a lot of people will take that into consideration. I still want to get this because the one that I messed with, I didn't want to mess anything up. So I didn't see if you could take these off or not. You know, these guards.
Yeah.
That may give you a completely different look. Oh, yeah. And thank you, D, for sharing these photos with us before. But yeah, he didn't have buttons before. You got buttons. This is bigger. There's some difference with the mask, too. The head sculpt originally, the ears I think were shorter, and then when you look at it, it's better if you just look at the promo image. But anyway, but yeah, you understand what I'm saying, right? Differences. You see how they're shorter, more straight. These
Yeah.
are more curved. So there's just different stuff. Like I know a lot of times people get hung up on the whole fact of this doesn't look like the original pre-order, but none of these things ever completely match. They always change something. So what do you think?
Looks terrific. Looks terrific. I was really blown away by D's pictures. Looks really good. Really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, he did put two things in there too. This does not come with him. This is the that vigilante pack. He just wanted to give people a preview, and then when I was messing with this at SDCC, I didn't have any problems, but he put in his notes here for people that are watching. If you do get this figure, just kind of be careful with what did he say? He said that there's a harness. The tabs on the harness are in the middle at the bottom of straps, and they hide them really well. So when you're doing that, just kind of be careful because he said his tabs were kind of like stuck in there a little bit. So be very careful. Don't break it. What is this? I'm going through comments. Mezco actually covers their bases, same prototype shown. Now I do think they should put an updated pic. Yeah, this is something I wanted to try to talk about a little bit because you have to go through the gauntlet really quick. Just you know, I always structure this stuff to have to go. I think it ended up more accurate to source material than the promos. Yeah, and it would just lead to earlier complaints and probably a longer release times. Yeah, and that's something I wanted to chat about here a little bit. Suit looks great. What did he mean by the harness for the glide? Yes, so this he means that harness part. There's a part that, and it's hard to. I posted a picture. So these wings, when you look at them, these wings, they're kind of like if you have what is it, the murder hornet. There's little like ball peg slots in the back of it, and you put those wings in there. And these are all hinged, so you can take them and you can fold them up, right? Like in the like they show in that promo picture. Well, but they fold up. But on the back, there's going to be tabs. You have to be very careful with those because those tabs that he was talking about, you're going to see them just kind of look from. They're kind of hidden like they were with Captain Nemo. So he said, where is it? Be aware that the tabs on the harness, they are at the middle bottom straps. They hide very well and they hold well, but don't use too much force with them. So just kind of be careful. I don't think the instructions tell you that. They say how to put the glider on, but they don't tell you where the tabs are. So Thank you, D, for telling us about that. Best dressed. CC, do you have anything for this? Any thoughts?
No, other than it looks really good, man. Really, really good.
So you're always able to condense everything.
Yeah, that's
Like going a
they haven't
5
really
minute, 10
gone
minute.
wrong on a Batman yet, man. You almost Mezco can almost just say Batman. You know they're going to get it right. Like, oh,
Yeah,
they're all pretty good. Each one
yeah,
a little different. This one's probably the most unique.
yeah. I went and well, you guys were on with me virtually. I got to Target and I bought that McFarlane freeze. Do I have it? I don't have it. Oh, here. Just so everybody just sat through it. But yeah, I saw
Oscar's
this.
got
He does. Oscar, come here. Come here.
it.
Oh yeah, did I tell you I picked up Amazing the second Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one for like $12?
No.
So they had that picture in the that's expensive. So they had that picture, in the Gotham by Gaslight, Mike Magnolia, nah. But I bought this,
Oh, okay.
that Mr. Freeze one. Is it show? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I don't do spotlights, but let's just do it for once. So people can see it really quick. So yeah. Because he's in that comic. Like a quick little excerpt, but that's him.
Nice.
I was like,
You found it at Target?
yes. There was
What are the
only
odds,
one.
right?
Yeah. There was only one. And the thing is that there's on Amazon there's a black and white one too. So I thought that was cool. But yeah. It was a 66-year-old would have watched a movie on it. Even with the glider, I can't wait to get this hand. Yeah, man, I think it's cool, man. I think a lot of times people just kind of like nitpick stuff. So, but it's just a kind
I
of
really like these Victorian-esque kind of figures.
I do too, man. I hope they stay in this era for a little bit. It seems like they are. I thought this was cool. The toy butcher. Oh, there's the so yeah. Pretty much. I always take liberties.
Yeah.
Also, so international, when I was doing this, international collectors, they started getting their roadblock. And some of the US started getting shipping for it too. Did you pick this up?
I thought I did. Apparently I did not. I'm a little shocked in this one.
Yeah, oof. Well, I'll try to find you one. PM me for price.
I have a feeling there'll be opportunities.
I do
The fire
too.
sales aren't over yet. I'll get a chance. I'll get a chance. Just wait until Fantastic Four starts charging.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we saw that one sale for a Vortex suit and Anna Gomez for like $350. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so question. I know we kind of have this conversation already, but I'd be interested in hearing what the chat thought about this because it kind of I had a brain fart or a stumbling block with this when I was thinking about it. Oh, congrats, man. Congrats. May end up being my first figure of the year. My expectations are high for that roadblock. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
Save a spot for Doom. Just saying.
I
Save a
know.
spot for Doom.
Let's figure out the smiling head sculpt. Yeah, dude, they killed it with this smiling head sculpt. I like it. I'm wondering if they're gonna do that. Well, does Duke have one? He had one too. You'll have like the smiling crew, except for Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. But
do like the class photo.
Yeah, they were like smiling. So really quick, I want to get your ruling on this, and then I also want to get the chat ruling on this. So as I said, international customers, they were getting roadblock before the US, right? So it poses the question, if a figure is released overseas, does it count for that year?
No.
Or do we play the American card and say if it's not here, it's nowhere?
We always play the American card, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
That's who we
Well,
are. that's,
yeah,
that's who we are. We wouldn't be American without playing it.
yeah. So, chat. What do you think too? If let's say we were in December, late December, and Doom came out because they had the Atticus Doom last year and this happened. But let's say a figure came out overseas before we got in the US. Does it actually count for the release for that year? I don't know. Let it marinate for a little bit. International, they started getting this. I apologize. Oh no, it's on the last slide. Never mind. So MC, he actually found this first, and he did credit the person who had it. It's going to be at the end of the slide though, but dude, this thing looks cool, man. I can't wait for this. And they stacked this tray with a bunch of
Mezco
stuff.
give us a file card?
I don't think they did. They didn't show the back of the box. Would you cut up that box for the file card though?
I wouldn't cut up the box, but it'd be nice if they, just kind of had us an insert in there, a nice file card insert.
Yeah.
Give us what Hasbro didn't for our classifieds.
Well, maybe they'll do it for the American version. He comes stacked with a bunch of stuff in that little ass box, man. Yo, this looks. So, anything catches your eye on this at all with this?
A lot of options there.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Look, cheesy. Just cheesing. Yeah, this looks good.
Man, how did I not pick this thing up?
There was just a flood of stuff, man.
Especially with all the accessories. What was I drinking that day? I don't know what's going on.
I thought I put it in there. Well,
Accessory
I
junkie.
apologize. Yeah. NC found this and he gave credit to the person it is, and I did not. But I tell you what, I'll take the lashings and I'll put it in the description when I type it up tonight. That's my punishment. It's my cross to bear. We're not close to Christmas.
You had kind of that vintage looking retro style display base right there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does, man. It looks really good.
Classic G.I. Joe. Really good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I think this line could go a little bit farther than what they think it could go. It's after they get done soaking up the money for the troopers from us. I think it'll go.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna hard cap myself with
once
that.
they do the Cobra Troopers, that'll be, like I said, if they a Mezco Viper. Oh gosh, bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news.
Yeah. Oof. Thank you, 78. It was Grown Men Toys that posted the photos initially. So thank you, sir. Thank you for doing that. Call off the lawyer.
I think they posted photos too. I don't think that was the name of the original guy.
There was yeah. You know how some of this stuff kind of gets. Usually, I'm pretty good about this, but I put a slide on here that had the post of the person who posted it, and I was like, ah, shit. So, you know. Okay. I don't know. Look at that guy. This looks really cool. You can see the bags. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Stuart Duffy was the name of the guy that MC gave credit to for the original photos. Okay. Stuart Duffy.
Stuart Duffy. Thank you, Stuart Duffy. Thank you, Grown Men with Toys. Appreciate it. I grabbed a little bit last minute, like the other day. Yeah.
I probably should have jumped on the wait list. Is there a wait list? I should have jumped on.
It is waitlisted, and I'm pretty sure it'll probably go through.
You should probably jump on.
I would right now, because I can tell you, I've seen people saying they're canceling already.
Yeah, I don't want to do it right now. That'd be rude to do it right now, wouldn't it?
Nah, you can do it. You can do it.
Ain't no attention to me over here.
Yeah, I'm about to go on a tirade.
I'm going to be very discreet as I do this.
Now I know you didn't get this set, CC. Keep going. So this whole subject may not resonate well, but I think the premise is very relevant. So there's a lot of feedback. The box?
I like that mother box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's something I got to tell you in a second about that. So this caught my eye, and for a good reason. So this was a post in our group, and this person was not very happy with this set. And you know how we always talk about complaining and everything else like that. This person didn't do that. He went through and he just said what he didn't like about it. You know, mainly it was pretty much what we've been hearing about. It's the Flash. You know, like how, let's see here. I want to read this so people can see that I don't get visibly, sick or get pissed off about it or anything like that. Like they think I sit there and go, he said, third Flash, point blank for me, he's horrendously bad. Simply put, he's just a Mezco plastic-like figure. And he goes on and on, but he at least tells, what he doesn't like about it. And then I even I didn't message him, but I typed in a comment. I was like, okay, yeah, and I threw some things at him. I'm like, well, you think it may be because the movie's out? You know, the stuff that we talked about. But I just thought it was I thought it was interesting, man. And there was a bunch of people that commented, and there was a whole conversation about it. I thought it was cool that somebody could like actually just sit down and explain stuff, because there's a lot of good information in there. There's more information in this, not only good information, but there's also takes where like if somebody would read this, they could go, okay, this is where we missed the mark. Let's try to take these things and wipe that off the table or come up with some different stuff. Because sidebar conversation, you ready for this, CC?
Uh-oh.
We talked about how we're kind of spoiled with joints and stuff like that, because that was one of the things he mentioned. He's like, it's joints, and I totally get it. I don't. After being with Mezco, you kind of get used to not looking at joints. But I'm telling you, this is why I'm saying seamless bodies are the future of the line. I'm telling you, jump on board. Jump on board.
A seamless Flash would have been pretty cool.
Exactly, man.
Would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. I think because it went out of the gate, it had some missteps, Yeah, people, putting chemicals on there that'll break down the material, or they're putting them under hot ass lights and saying, why is my shit disintegrating? It's like, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I'm hot right now, and there's only two little lights on me right now, and I'm hot right now.
Yeah.
But it is just like everything else. Like, you remember how we just talked about gliders and capes and stuff like that? And I keep saying it, man. I remember when I first got collected, they had clips with those capes. They were horrible.
I do remember those.
Did Paige say that? Yeah, they were just
they
broke. They were hard to do, and so it's like everything starts off like you're learning how to walk, but the things get better, man. Were you collecting when they had Cyclops? Did you have that? Like when they had Cyclops? Like, so look at the lighting that they did before, when they used to have lighting on heads, and then take something like Side Cutter now.
Yeah, it's come a long ways.
It just takes a little time. Jump on board. Come on board.
Yeah.
Seamless body. Come on board. But yeah, some of that stuff, it just takes a little while. Capes are better. I remember the magnet. I used to have trouble with that magnet with Blade. He had a case, and you're supposed to put it on there, and it would hold, but you really had to put it on there, and it had to hit the spot. If you twisted it wrong, it fell. And now magnets that they have, they can put them on boards and stuff like that now, or you can have Spider-Man stick on a refrigerator. It's like the magnets are better. It just takes a little while for some of those things, to kind of catch up.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe you could take like the seamless body material, and you can apply it to bodies they have now. You never know. Yeah, no.
Tell you, we talked about some of those like villains and things like that. They could use that technology for, would be incredible, right? Creature of the Black Lagoon, Carnage or Venom. A lot of potential there.
Yeah, come on board. Come on board the Seamless Express. It's okay. I'm telling you, jump on it now.
Yeah.
Jumping on there.
Yeah.
What's today's date? What is it?
You gonna start the petition?
I'm an advocate for it. I like it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it works. And not to sound bad, I think it would really work with females. Most of the
yeah,
time when you have females, and Minnie's is in here. Minnie's is not gonna take this the wrong way, but the anatomy for females is different. And they're not very flattering. You
yeah,
know, with some of them, like I think Hello is probably the best one that they've ever done. I was like, wow, this looks really good. But you can add proportions not just for females but for males too. Like, you know, you just give them a little bit more shape in
yeah,
certain areas and stuff like that. And those skeletal systems, that's what I was trying to do with 89 Batman. Like, you remember everybody was so, it's a new system, everybody's really worried about it. But you're trying
yeah,
to show people, yeah, the articulation is there. You just got to learn. You have to learn that that skeleton. You have to learn that scheme that they're using, and it's
yeah,
great. Alien too. You get more range than you think. So I
yeah.
don't. It's just gonna take a little bit, but I'm telling you, jump on board. Jump on board. It's coming. It'll make things better though. You know. But you know, don't like talking about problems without coming with solutions, right? So not now. What now? So we mentioned this a couple times, right? Uh, but it probably just needs to be reiterated. Like these are all these are all prototypes that they show, right? During the thing, right?
Hmm.
And they also make posts and everything else about that and try to reiterate the fact that these items are they're still in development, you know, especially like Justice League and all these other things. So, oh, that's one thing I want to tell you about Justice League. So, you know how everybody has those little mother box cubes?
Yeah.
I was gonna post the video for it, and they're like greenish, kind of yellow. This shows you also how big of a difference is. The one I had, I think I posted a video. You can probably go back in the group and see it, but the one I had was blue.
Mm.
Not the one I have now, but the one I messed with at SDCC. So they changed that too. They changed a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
um, those things get changed. But so, what's something that you think would help with that? Why it broke? Ouch. What do you think, CC?
Yeah, you've talked about this, a few times with, things like that. If there was just a way, maybe it kind of showed you just the progress of the way a figure was going.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you've seen some other companies that kind of give you, they're a little more involved as far as like showing you the progress of the prototype and things like that. Hey, this is where it's
Yeah.
at production, that type of thing. So it would probably be interesting if they would do that. And you had even mentioned about, which is probably a really good idea, like to reopen the pre-order window, like maybe halfway through the process, they've made a change or they made an improvement, such as like when Death Dealer went from single jointed to double.
Mm-hmm.
How many people might have jumped on that pre-order had they gotten an update and then made it available again? Could probably be best for both parties.
Do you think that if some people saw what direction they were taking at that point, that you might experience cancellations too?
Well,
Do you
I
think?
suppose they could, but if it's an NRD, it's an NRD, right?
Right.
So the risk for them isn't overwhelming, I don't think, because how bad would that change have to be in order for you to just be like, you know what, I don't want it. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just have a lot of confidence in a lot of the decisions that they make. To where I'm trying to, has there been any figure where like the final release, like for me, was just like, they ruined it. I really can't think of anything like where I saw like the prototype or whatever, and then when we got the
Mm-hmm.
final figure in hand, that I was just completely disappointed with.
Yeah.
Um, because I mean, usually, like if I'm on the fence about a figure, I started off on the fence. It's not because of something they did with it. It was something that just didn't appeal to me from jump, so I
Mm-hmm.
didn't pre-order it. Um,
Well, maybe taking this one for example, like the glider, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I think showing photos midway is a can of worms. Yeah, and this is what I was thinking because I I'm not trying to like double back on it. I was just trying to think of options. Like, let's say you showed you did the pre-order for Gotham by Gaslight, and then you showed this updated one like at SDCC, maybe a couple of months before the reveal at SDCC, and then people were just like, "Cause you, I mean, let's just call it as is. You know how Mezco collectors can be really finicky. Like one day and the next day
Hmm.
it's okay, and and the wrong angle or the wrong lighting with a figure, depending on who's taking it, it could just like you see how the pendulum swings different ways throughout the
Hmm.
week. Oh, this is great. No, it's not good. Oh, he can't run. Now he
Hmm.
can run. It's just completely weird. And so it's like I I can see how touchy it would be. I think it would be good for certain things, like the turtles. Like the turtles, I think that would have swung completely the other way. You would have had a bunch of orders. But
Yeah.
what about something
Yeah.
like this? Is it just covered with the NRD? Do you think if they increased it, if they said, "Oh yeah, we want a little bit more and we'll show you these pictures," not like a ransom thing, but you know what I mean, to kind of protect themselves?
Yeah.
Well, do because the
Yeah.
companies they're eating
Yeah.
this stuff, not
Yeah.
just them, but then also we talked about it before, like the group sellers too. How many of them are
Yeah.
getting hangouts to dry? You know, so
I got a question for you. I was thinking about this the other day because we've talked a little bit about them potentially, not them necessarily, but just companies
hmm
potentially changing the way that they do business.
hmm
And I guess Mythic Legions is kind of what made me think of this. But what if Mezco offered you the figure at a discounted price if you paid in full, similar to what Mythic Legions does? Because retail, quote unquote, through Mythic Legions Direct, it's usually about 25% cheaper than what it's going to be when you get it from a retailer later on, right?
hmm
So instead of paying 112 bucks, if you could pay 85, but the only catch was you had to pay for it in full, but you saved 27 bucks. Would you do it?
oh, for me it's easy. I would definitely do it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a lock for me. Like each,
yeah,
I buy them, so it's especially if there were stuff like army builders. You know, if you had
yeah.
like the Black Skull's Death Brigade, I would have probably saved a bunch of money. Or in the Nemo, I would love something like that. I wouldn't mind paying it, but you got to, like you said, you have to pay all up front, huh?
You have to pay it all up front because that's what Mythic Legions does. They got that Poxus wave or whatever that everyone's upset about. But if you order from them directly, you pay all of it up front.
Why
But
is everybody upset?
it's a trade-off because I think Poxus, I think, has been going on 2 years. I think it's the longest wave they've had so far as far
Wait a
as
minute, what?
delay.
What?
Yeah, I
It's
know.
gone longer than two
Yeah,
years?
yeah. It's been, this one's been a long one. It's been a long one.
I'm not trying to start anything. What's the
Yeah.
what's the temperature like that in there? Because, in one group, if it's past a year, it's pitchforks. And they have a
Yeah.
pretty low fan base. What is it like in there?
There's still some pitchforks. There's still some, but there's
Right.
there's a lot of people that very loyal to the brand, which would be probably the best way to describe it.
What's the difference?
Yeah, yeah. I can't explain
I
it, man.
don't
Can't explain it. What's really even crazier is, I mean, it's not like people who do Mythic Legions only do Mythic Legions. A lot of those collectors are the same collectors that buy Mezco.
that's what I mean. What's the difference?
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
I don't like it when it's people are being hypocritical. If you're gonna like do that, I think you should keep the same energy for all the lines,
yeah.
Otherwise it's kind of biased. But back to what you were talking about paying up front. It would actually help me financially because I
It
would
would.
say, yeah, I, it's done.
Yeah. And then when it comes, it just comes. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I got to update the system or all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it would kind of make things easier for everybody. And then if they decided to drop six figures in a month, who would care? They're paid for, right?
Retailers, it would help them out a lot. Group sellers, because they can say that, yeah, I'm paying for this up front. You got to pay for it up front.
Yeah.
or maybe take half of it, and at least that way. I feel really bad for group sellers because you just see all these ghosts and posts. But that's a really good idea. Wait a minute before I lock in on this. Do I get the same amount of reward points? Because I'm getting saving 20. I need to make sure I get my reward points. Do I still get those? Yeah. Only to the amount that I paid, right?
Right, right.
Oh man, there'd be some hard financial decisions. I'd do it though, man. If I'm saving $20, because if you do, I don't know, we're already past 20. If you do $20 for 20 figures, that's how much you're going to be saving.
Yeah,
Is that $400? I'll
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I want to highlight this because this is important. I'm going to be using this a lot next year. I think a lot of people should.
Yep.
Not like plugging PayPal or anything, but PayPal 4, man, you pretty much pay it and it's over.
I
Yeah.
just used it for that smoke thing I bought just to see if it would work,
Mm-hmm.
just to get some
And it did.
practice. So yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool, man.
I love it. So I mean,
They're
I'm paying what 20, it's like 21.86,
mhm.
a payment or whatever, and it's done. It's done. When it
Yeah.
ships, it ships. I ain't got to worry about it.
And they're good about it too. They'll tell you, hey, your payment's coming up, so you're not caught off
Yeah.
guard. It's very reasonable. I think I didn't know that there was a limit. Like I have a limit that they show you on your PayPal thing, but
Yeah.
I had it, I think spanned, I had it overlap and spanned over 3 or 4 figures. And I still was able to do it. And I was like, this is cool. But everything got, is it like Zip or Clearance? Yeah, they have your installment payments that they automatically draft out of your account.
Yeah.
And they tell you when it's gonna be. They'll say, yeah, it's this day, this day, this day, this day on this month. So heck, even knocking off shipping would help if you pay in full. Yeah. I like it, man. It's a good idea. CC's got his own corner office.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it just seemed like to me like it would just be such an obvious home run, and then it would kind of help eliminate, some of the cancellations and things like that. I think it'd be great.
Because you're locked in. Well, with that, well, since you paid for it in full, what if the customer, get skittish during that time frame? You just give me a full refund back. Is that what happens? Because people are going to do that.
I mean, I think you would have to handle it the same way you would now if somebody were to try, if they paid in full and tried to cancel, right? There's a lot of these. I mean, we can't act like this is a precedent that hasn't been set, because there's a lot of these companies that make you pre-order full,
Yeah.
and there's also some companies out there that do not do nearly as good of a job of showing you the finished or even prototype, right? They just say, hey, this is the figure that we're working towards. Give me your money,
Yeah.
and then it is what it is. I don't want to name drop or anything, but you're part of a project right now that you had to pay in full. It wasn't cheap, and you can't get a refund.
Yeah. I'm
Regardless of
cool.
what the miscommunication might have been. Regardless of it.
Yeah. I'm cool as long as, and even that, I'm kind of, it's almost like when you're talking about Mezco, you're saying, yeah, it's gonna come out, just be patient. But then when you're in another situation and it's happened like that, I understand it. I've always understood it, but I'm still patient. I'm still like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. But then even with that conversation that we had, what did I say?
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool. I'll be patient. I'll wait, but I probably won't do business again
Yeah.
with that company anymore because
Yeah.
that's not something I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Huge miscommunication too. Huge miscommunication. We're still
yeah,
not sure at this point, right? We're still not really sure what's going on. Because on the website, it still
yeah,
says the same thing. It still says the same thing. So
yeah.
it's a little, I don't know, misleading, I guess.
Well, it's relatable too with Mezco because some of us are more invested or more into whatever line it is, so the workings and the process.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, I'm not too familiar with, but when it happens, it's like I forgot about it for a little while, and I've heard
Mm-hmm.
that people say that on the other side with Mezco. They go, "Oh, it's been so long, I can't even remember." But
Yeah,
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 but like with this, I'm just like, ah, it's cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be patient, but it's not something that I wanna go through too many
yeah,
times. And that's
yeah.
probably the way somebody feels about that. Man, there was something that you said that about you have to pay up front. Sorry, somebody else said something too. Pay up front. Maybe it was something like that. You have to pay up front once the NRD is, you lose the option to use PayPal for afterwards. Yeah. I like it, man. I think it would work. It would, like you said, it would help out a lot of people.
Hmm.
That's what I was gonna say. You know what the good thing about this is? Like the idea, you could always just use it for one release and just see how it works.
Yeah,
Maybe as a company you're a little bit skittish about it, but
yeah,
maybe you could say, yeah, we'll do it like this and we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Or even with the pre-order stuff, you know how we talked about photos and updating the photos.
yeah.
Maybe pick a home run figure, one that you know that's gonna sell no matter what, and then just say, okay, we'll try to update this figure as it goes, just to see how it works. This is a
Yeah.
testing ground. And then that puts the onus on collectors too, like, hey, you asked for this, we gave this, we gave you what you wanted, and this was the result. So I'm telling you, man, collectors got
Respond
to be
appropriately.
careful.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, collectors got to be careful. It goes back to that GI Joe thing. We want more communication. Here's your communication. This is the response. What's the reason to
yeah.
keep doing it? It is, the onus is on both parties, but you gotta you gotta respond appropriately. People don't want to hear that. Anyway, well, we solved that problem. What now?
We did. We did.
Nothing.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yay! Yeah, look at him. He's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. That's all I had.
What's the other one's name? Oscar and
Fauna.
Fauna.
Yeah, he almost tried to eat it. I was like, "Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!" He was almost there. You want to do? You want to do round robin
You get a
and
birthday
see what it
accessory.
is? Man, yeah, they were kind of good. Like, this is the only thing that they went after, so I was happy. I didn't have to
Yeah,
pry anything out of their mouth, so it was good.
that's
It was a
funny.
good day. Yeah. Did you have anything, man? You want to talk about? Chat about? MC does equal more content. Look at that, 1 hour.
Yeah. Uh, wow. Is there
You.
anything I've seen online as of late that I thought was interesting?
Hmm.
Um, um, wow. It's almost like there's been so much stuff going on. You have a hard time like narrowing it down and thinking of just one singular thought because there's just been so much, just constant uh, content getting thrown at you.
It is,
Trying to
man.
think if there's anything that's really jumped out at me that I was blown away by. We talked about Legion's Con last week. They're going to be in your neck of the woods next year, right? MegaCon.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's cool, man. That was
They're
the
going to be
first
in
time I ever
Chicago, I
attended.
guess, which is pretty close to me. That's 90 minutes away. Maybe I'll go to that. The
You
Chicago
should
Toy Con or whatever it is.
come down here and do it with us.
That'd be nice, man. I'd love to be able to do that. It'd be nice.
You can, man. I got a spare
That'd be a
room.
great time.
Yeah, I got a spare
I get a
room.
tour of
It's
the
a
vault.
yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
You got to step over a few things, but yeah, I'll try to clean it before then.
Yeah.
And then you
That
have
would
your
be awesome. When
choice.
is when is MegaCon?
Oh God, I can't remember. They change it a lot. Um, I think it's February. I think I was looking at it. I was like, this is gonna be cool. I'm not. I wasn't too hyped on the guests or anything for right now. I think they had like the 90210 right now. It's still early,
Yeah.
but who do they have? I know that's not the question you asked me. They had Paul Bettany, Robin Wright, Carrie Ells, Keith David. That would be a good one. Rose McGowan, Jason Priestley, and Shannon Doherty, Juliette Lewis, and Rose McGowan and Danny Trujillo. That's not the question you asked me though. You asked me when it was going to happen. It happens in 70 days. Of course, that doesn't. February 1st through the 4th.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, all right. So, rapid fire questions. If you guys have stuff that you want to talk about, pick our brains so we know it's not all scripted. So, what are you guys watching for Black Friday deals? What do you have? What are you watching for?
You know what? This is going to sound crazy, but
Yeah.
And it's very specific though, which probably kind of sounds surprising. But I really want the Revoltech Buzz and Woody from Toy Story. I've got the Beast Kingdom ones, which look great. They're not the best with articulation, but I really want the Revoltech Buzz and Woody. So I've been keeping an eye on those to see if I get a price drop on Amazon or something. I think they're like $75 a piece right now, and on Big Bad, and I think you can find them on Amazon for $75. But I'm waiting for a discount on that one because that figure's been out for about a year or so. I think pretty old.
Yeah,
and they're still in stock, so I'm waiting for a price drop. So that's what I'm looking at. That's me being responsible, right? Here we are, Black Friday. I'm supposed to be shopping for other people. I'm waiting on an action figure for me.
Yeah, maybe you'll get one like free. Somebody will send you one. Well, you got Friday and Cyber Monday, so maybe.
Yeah.
I know Big Bad was offloading a lot of stuff, like really cheap. The Mezco figures for like
Super
45
7.
bucks.
Anybody looking for Super 7 stuff, you got some heck of some deals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's got their hand out ready to grab me. Anyone think that there will be a buy it now before the end of the year? I think so. I do. What do you think?
What do I think or what do I hope? Which one are we
in? Both.
Yeah. It almost seems like it'd be hard for us to make it through the next 8 weeks. Right? How many we got? 7, 8 weeks without there being some type of a buy it now. It seemed like it'd be very un-Mezco for it not to happen. So be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah.
Paying for. We just gave you the answer, right? Paying for.
That's what I'm gonna do. If it's Vex, I'm gonna be that's a hard one, man. It's gonna be I really want to get a view of him. He's a really good figure, man. Dropping some hot sales. So you hope yes, and yes.
No, I hope no, but I believe it's a yes. I don't think so. I don't need any more surprises this year. Let's be honest. I really don't need any, but we would do it. We'd make it work.
You're like, unless it comes inside the stocking. That's the only surprise you want. And it's just being dropped off and it's already paid for and everything. Yeah.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Oh. Well, that's a short show. That'll make Ann happy.
No other questions there? Yeah.
No other questions. Yeah. I had a thank you giveaway I was gonna do, but I couldn't get the wheel set up in time and everything, so maybe we'll wait until more content comes in. Vex should be a holiday release. The Rumble Society. Krampus. That is true. I wonder how many people will take offense to it. It's near Christmas.
Aren't they supposed to be releasing a Figura before the end of the year? Figura Obscura?
It wasn't the blood one?
Another one. From what I understand, they're teasing another one before the end of this year.
Yeah,
that's what all the chatter is.
What is it supposed to be?
They never give you any idea until it happens.
Oh, come on. There's some insiders that know.
Yeah.
Just hoarding that information.
Yeah.
Only the circle of trust gets to know.
Should be interesting. Those guys are swinging for the fences, man. $550 all in. Woo.
For that one wave, right?
And that's discounted. Think about that. That's $550 discounted. Imagine what it's going to cost you to get that wave at retailer cost.
Okay, should we look at that really quick, just for fun? Did we already? We already did look at that, didn't we? Yeah.
We did take a look at it. We did take a look at it.
I don't want to beat anybody down.
That's going to be almost $700 to retailers, I bet.
Oh man, I saw guys posting all the stuff that they got. I was like, geez, some of these guys got bread. They were just,
Yeah.
I got 50 of the Valiant Knight and I got 60 of this. I'm like, holy crap, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I salute you, man. That's a horrible one. I salute you for that. Jeez, but gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. I so I'll leave the name out. But I was selling the Star Wars stuff, right? And one guy, he bought most of the droids I had. And I had a pretty good amount. And then he goes, oh man, thank you, man. I really appreciate this. I was looking for more droids. They're kind of hard to find. I go, yeah. I said, I totally get the ones I saw. They were pretty priced pretty high, right? And then he goes, yeah, but this will complete my number that I want. And then he showed me how many he had. And I was like, wow, I was
Mm.
little league compared to this guy. He had like 20
Yeah.
or 30 of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
But he had a plan. He was going to make, he was going to do pictures. And so I was like, whoa, but
Yeah.
geez, man.
Battle droids, huh?
Yeah, they're really good figures, man. Really
Yeah.
sturdy. More than the Black Series ones that I had. So not bashing them or anything. No more questions? No more questions? There's got
Let
to
us
be
off.
some questions.
Let us off. Let us off easy.
I guess so.
Doesn't happen
Like,
often.
no, it doesn't. Like I said, Anne will be happy.
Yeah.
She said tonight, she was like, you'll be on for like 3 hours again. You CC. I can't wait
What's your
to see
favorite
it.
Thanksgiving dish?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a hard one. I'm trying to, the go to. I'm a sucker for like, when they hot drop the turkey in the, the one that causes the fires and shit.
Yeah.
People drop them in there
Yeah.
and it spreads up their garage and burns their whole house down.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. The deep fried. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love deep fried turkey. So, how about you?
You know,
Oh,
it's gonna sound crazy, but my God, deviled eggs. Like I could eat deviled eggs like crazy.
yeah, oh man, because they're just, you know, it's like
Yeah.
chips. They're just
Yeah.
finger foods.
Killing them. Killing them. Then you pay for it
Yeah.
later on.
hmm Look at this guy. Hey everyone, sorry I missed out. Unexpected changing plans. He was pressure cooking. It's okay. We carried it. We carried it a one. We carried it about 1:30. Shaved off about 30 minutes of more content. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
hope you're having a good time with the family, man. You were missed. Still waiting on Spider Man. I would think that that's coming pretty soon because we saw it overseas. So I
I'm
wish
really
I
shocked.
had. Yeah, yeah, I am too. But maybe he's swinging around the corner. Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that I even said it last week. I thought we were gonna get hit with something, but maybe they thought because it's Thanksgiving that they give us a little bit of reprieve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we would get a charge for this week, and then it would go into. I mean, on Friday of last week, and then we'll go into this week. But maybe they're listening. Maybe they kind of got feedback, and they said, maybe we should slow down a little bit. So,
Think we'll get anything from Black Friday for them? From them?
I don't know. They did something. It was more of a Cyber Monday thing, but they took like a discount off of the, what was ever in stock.
Mhm.
I mean, it was pretty decent.
Didn't we
Paige,
have a deal? It was a while back where they had kind of like snuck in some things that were unavailable, right? And kind of like
mhm.
because then people pick up like Nosferatu, and
Yeah,
but it was like there was only just a few available. What was that
yeah, I
for? Was
think
that Black Friday
Joe.
last year?
I think Joey did that. I mean, Broham, Joey, did you? Because he picked up something. I remember. Minnie said they did. There was two or three of them. There was one was the Nosferatu. I think one was the Krieg.
Yeah.
What was it? Maybe a black goat for Black Friday. He did MC. They look amazing. You're gonna curse us again. Yeah, right.
He only does that to himself. You talking about that Godzilla last time we were talking? Like, man, hope that
know,
Godzilla
right?
doesn't charge. Ba
I
bam,
know, right?
there it is. Ba bam.
It takes up the whole screen. Look at that. That's sick. Gojira. I have to open that thing. It's huge. There's a nice little package. I'll be doing that this
Joey
weekend.
missed the question.
What did he say? Oh, what happened when I missed the question? Do you remember last year during Black Friday? Because I know you messaged me some of that stuff. Joe's really good about that. But the Black Friday where they had a limited, not unlimited, a limited amount of like stock on Nosferatu. I remember you ordered something from there, right? Do you remember what it was?
Not to put him on the spot or anything, right?
And he's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like, what did I buy? What did I buy?
He did. He sent me something. He was like, speaking of Godzilla, Monarch, first 2 episodes are great. Yeah, I don't have, what is it? Is it Apple? It's on Apple or Paramount?
Apple TV, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Just another streaming service for $15 or something like that you can get.
Yeah. I saw my bill for HBO. It was like $18. It's worth it, but geez, man.
Keeps going up.
Joey did confirm. I don't think I ordered anything, but yeah, I remember Nas. Yeah. Minis may know. Well, we stretched over the 1:30. Let's call it a night. Yay! Another one in the books. How long does
Happy
this
Turkey
go?
Eve. Turkey's Eve.
Happy Turkey Eve. All right. Well, again, thanks everybody that showed up tonight. Thank you, MC. I'm sorry, CC, for showing up. MC, thank you for showing up at the end and you just spying on us to see what we were talking about and see what we said. But thank you everybody for watching the show. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Spend some time with family and give thanks for the stuff that you have. CC, take us out of here.
Remember to help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
Boom. Yep. Bye. I miss Glenn Webben. Yeah, that sign off. He's like, bye. Have you ever seen his videos? He's really cool, man. Good guy. I miss those videos, man. Oh, Geek, we did show your photo. I did it. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. We'll end it so everyone will be happy. Bye. See you later. Happy holidays.